Oh, thank God, because they chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. Them niggas. And then when I got in the car, I started talking shit. If anybody knows me, that's how I get there as soon as I get to the car.
If anything happens to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. These are the words of an Indianapolis woman by the name Jane Wfield, known as the mayor on social media. She went live on Facebook with explosive claims, accusing a man of hiding the secret of being gay. She demanded $5,000 to stay quiet. Hours later, she was shot and crashed her yellow Camaro in a deadly wreck. Police quickly called it a targeted incident, but never named a suspect.
Now we're trying to get to the bottom of a shooting and a violent car crash that killed a woman there on the scene.
It happened this morning at 30th and Lafayette. That's on the northwest side of Indianapolis.
Our Crime Diaries reporter Steve Jefferson has been there all day long talking to witnesses there. He also has the surveillance video showing exactly what happened this morning. Steve?
Police believe this all started with gunfire 2 blocks north of this intersection. They are looking at video in this case as part of the investigation.
This video shows the violent crash Tuesday morning involving a shooting victim on Indy's northwest side. You can see a driver speeding down Lafayette Road before slamming into another driver waiting in the turn lane.
It spun it at least 3 times, and it hit the Camaro, it hit the Altima. So when he gets out the car in one piece, which I was very surprised, he runs over to the Camaro to make sure she was all right.
Inside the car, officers found a woman who had been shot prior to crashing.
We have one confirmed adult female who has been shot. She was transported to the hospital and she succumbed to her injuries there and passed away at the hospital.
Paramedics transported a man from another car in serious condition. Witnesses who saw it all told us they're sick and tired of Indy's violent crime wave.
We need to stop it and go back to days when people took care of each other, watched over each other.
People who recognize the shooting victim's car believe a controversial social media post is all to blame.
They show different things. They put different things on there that should not be on social media.
Crime lab workers will help piece together all of the evidence as homicide investigators put together what led to the deadly shooting and crash.
What happened next turned her case into one of the internet's most confusing mysteries. Some insisted Jane's claims were true, while others argued she lied, saying her beef with Jamail Carter wasn't about secrets at all. It was over a tax issue. Soon after, rumors spread that Jane had used Facebook Live before to call out other men, including one named Mario, in what many labeled a pattern of blackmail. The story only grew darker. Online whispers even claimed her daughter later died under tragic circumstances, though this has never been confirmed by official records. And in 2022, 2 years after Jane's death, 41-year-old Jamail Carter himself was shot and killed in Indianapolis. But again, police never connected his death to Jane or her live stream. So what's the truth? Was Jane a victim who exposed the wrong people, or a manipulator who played a dangerous game? Her death remains unsolved, tangled in facts, rumors, and unanswered questions that continue to divide those who follow her story. In this video, we'll cut through the noise, separating fact from rumor, retracing Jane's chilling final hours, and uncovering the trail of allegations, blackmail whispers, and untimely deaths that followed. Was she a truth-teller silenced, or a manipulator caught in her own game? The answers remain clouded, but together, we'll dig deeper into this mystery. Welcome to True Crime Diaries, a place where we uncover shocking cases, unsolved mysteries, and the darkest corners of real-life crime. From headline-making events to hidden investigation details, we break it all down so you can understand what really happened. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notification so you are first to know when a new case is published. These are real people, real tragedies, and real lessons we can't afford to ignore. Share this video with someone you care about. It might change a life or save one. Let's dive in. On February 25th, 2020, Indianapolis woke up to one of the most disturbing tragedies ever tied to social media. It began with a live stream, a 17-minute Facebook broadcast where a local woman spoke directly to her phone, her tone bouncing between anger and fear. Her name was Jane Wfield. Jane Wfield was a 40-year-old woman, known both locally and online by the nickname The Mayor. The name reflected her bold, outspoken, and highly social personality. She was also a mother of two, balancing her family life with her public presence. Outside of social media, Jane worked hard to make a living. She ran a tire shop, showing her independence and determination to provide for her family. She was also proud of her bright yellow Camaro, a car that became part of her image and, tragically, part of the story of her final day. To her audience, Jane often appeared loud, fearless, and unafraid of confrontation. But her last Facebook Live revealed a different side, one marked by fear and a chilling sense of danger, as if she knew her words might bring serious consequences. In that live stream, Jane made explosive claims. She said she had walked in on a man with another man, and she threatened to reveal his secret. The language was harsh, the tone raw, but one thing was clear. She wasn't just venting. She demanded money, $5,000, and she warned that if she didn't get it, she would tell everyone.
I see the whole gay bird in front of my whole two eyes. Two eyes. I had to come here and tell them about it. Listen. Happened earlier today. Hold on. This nigga, y'all, that... Hold on, let me wait for some more people to get on here. Because y'all got to hear this story, because this is a good story. You know, we hear a lot of shit, but we don't never really get to see that shit. Because these niggas, they hiding. Listen, y'all, they're hiding behind the covers in the sheets around this bitch. The covers in the sheets. You feel me? The covers in the sheets. Hiding. They're hiding. So, I have been, discussing some shit with this nigga. We were doing some business, me and this dude. Now, I'm going to tell you, he did give me some head way back a long time ago. Long time ago, a couple of years ago, like before I started a friend or something, he wasn't even there. It was after it was about 2 years. That was 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. I think when I first was on Orchard, he gave me some head. That's when it was, Okay, so when I was on Orchard, nigga gave me some head, right? Never really talked to him like that. I had the old man. I had a lot of other shit going on, so I never talked to the nigga like that. Listen. So, I was doing some business with this nigga, right? Hold on. I had to run in there and still take my phone and run out. They chased me out the house. Hold on. Pants hanging and everything. Hold on. Screaming, Waughfield. I said, Waughfield. I don't give a you better give me some money. I'm with everybody. You niggas got some money? We Waughfield. Ain't nobody Waughfield. Waughfield gonna have to pay. Because if not, it's a story to be told. Oh, y'all don't want to pay? I'll let you give me some head and you out here in their ass? Oh, no. This shit's not gonna fly. No, it's not. And I feel disgusted. I've been sick all day. Thinking about how I let you suck on my mother. And you're over there hitting the fudge out the back of niggas. I can't stomach it. But they say you 4 East Side niggas been doing that shit. I ain't never seen that shit. Listen, I never seen that shit with my own two eyes. But today, I've been scorned for life. But today, I'm trying to move forward. Today, I've been traumatized. You niggas out here traumatizing. Hold down on this nigga. Hold on.
She said she had gone back to retrieve her phone, which she had left behind. When she opened the door, she claimed she walked in on both men in a compromising situation.
I grabbed what I came to get or whatever. He's like, come on over here to my uncle's house or whatever. Boom. Familiar with your uncle's house. Had been over there before once or twice or something like that. You know what I mean? So I had grabbed whatever, but I'm in a rush because I got to get back to the shop or whatever, or whatnot. So, boom. I'm riding down the street. I done got the nigga being Speedway, right? I'm damn near to the tire shops on 16th Street. I'm like, I don't have my phone. So I start calling my phone, and I start calling his phone, and when nobody answering on my shop phone, I got a little flip. That's my shop phone, right? So, girl, yeah. So I'm on my little shop flip phone, and I'm like, boom, calling my cell phone, calling this phone. Ain't want nobody answer.
She claimed that after walking in on them, the men chased her as if they were trying to kill her.
So I'm like, damn. So now I done got back over there. I done parked right up by the front door, though. Thank God, because they chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. Them niggas. And then when I got in the car, I started talking shit. If anybody knows me, that's how I get down. As soon as I get to the car, when I get close to my pistol, I'm really talking shit now. So wait a minute. So look. I'm in here. Hold on. I'm banging on the door. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm knocking on this motherfucking door. I'm like, I need my phone. That's my money bag. I'm like, hitting this door. And I'm like, won't nobody come to the door, right? I'm like, damn. Something told me to check the door. That motherfucker was unlocked. When I stepped in there, y'all. Oh my God, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. When I walked in there, y'all, what I seen with my own two eyes. Hold on. Thank God my phone was sitting on the table right there by the door. I swung that door, but I said, oh. And I couldn't even talk the words. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to breathe. I'm like, and I just looked down and see my phone. I snatched my phone. They was standing there just staring at me. So them like the devil. They was like they was really trying to kill me. So I just grabbed my phone. I was like, so I start running. I done jumped back in my car. Remember I told you I parked up by the door, right?
She then threatened to expose them publicly unless they paid her money to keep her quiet.
Getting out of my car. And as I'm backing down, I'm like, hey, you motherfucker. I better come up out some money. Y'all be talking that big money and shit. Give me a couple bands or something now. Cause this right here, this is unacceptable. I'm out the window like, you motherfucker trifling. And you think y'all ain't gonna get me. So wait. Dude said, come on back. I said, nah. You on bullshit. I was like, send it. Cash at me. I said, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole goddamn city what the going on. I told him just cash at me 5 bands. That's all. Shit, you in a $50,000 truck? I can't get 5 bands. I can't get 5 bands. So I was just like, cash at me 5 bands. That's it. And I ain't gonna sell a soul. It won't be nothing on nothing. Huh. Hold on. I gave this nigga ample opportunity. I even gave him an extra hour to come up with the money. I was like, listen. Just run me the bag, and I'll just try to forget. But at the same time, nigga, you could have let me know you was getting down like it. He said, I ain't gotta tell you shit, I don't owe you no explanations, like a G, though. This nigga talking like he on gin, though. This nigga is talking like he's on gin, though, okay? I'm telling you, he's talking like a G. I said, boy, they told me they was doing it out east, but I didn't know y'all was doing it out west like this. I believed out east. I done heard about out east. I heard about you niggas out east. Getting nasty than a bitch out of bag. Y'all niggas, east them niggas getting 20, 30 off white men I heard. I don't know. But what I am gonna say is, Jamal, you got the right because I take it personal because you administrated head on me before.
She also went on to say that if anything happened to her, Jamal would not be safe.
If something would have happened to me behind this shit, but at the same time, you're not safe. You're not safe. It's been a long time really since I touched you like that or whatever, but my safe out here, y'all. It's definitely not safe. They're sick, they're nasty, and they're just out here to get and they're out here, man, that shit is real. That shit y'all see in ATL, that shit is so fucking starting to come down. It's tumbling down to our city. They're taking over. Everybody needs to check their nigga out straight up, because these niggas are playing like they this and that and got the keys to the city and all this and that. And they under the sheets and the covers. You kept on trying to tell me this nigga was your cousin. So was he your cousin or wasn't he? I don't know. And kept having him in your videos all the time. Just some dude I had never seen in a day of my life. And come to find out, you and this nigga sticking and moving. But I'm about to have to get out here, y'all, because I got some shit going on. But I had to just get this off of my chest. I had to just bring it to the community, because this type of shit right here, it gotta be stopped. And if something happens to me or something like that, at least you guys know the truth, okay? Because he's quite upset about the change of events that have occurred at this point. And I don't even know who the weirdo he had with him or nothing, or none of that. But all that Waughfield shit, I don't care about it or none of that. But the truth is the truth, and it is what it is. And next time, take my threats for real. I don't know what will make you think I wasn't gonna tell nobody. That's what I'm trying to figure out, nigga. I don't you like that, you weird ass nigga. These niggas is really crazy. I'm Waughfield. Okay, you're Waughfield. Nigga, I'm behind the fair, bitch. Behind the fair. You know what I mean? I used to live down the street from the Kia. Nigga, who cares? Who cares? The ghetto boys was living next door to me. Who cares? The Listen. I was in Waughfield. Nigga, nobody give a about that shit. Y'all and y'all freaking in Waughfield. I've had enough of it. So, from here on out, y'all better check these niggas out straight up. I mean, I'm talking about taking back to the 3rd grade, talk to their principal. I'm talking about we got to really start checking these niggas out, because I would have never thought in a million years this nigga was going to come out of a bag like this today. This right here, it just killed my little heart, because you be trusting people. You do believing people. When they show you totally different from what you really thought. These niggas got on masks, y'all. They got on whole masks. Be safe out here. That's the only thing I can say is be safe. Be safe. I'm disgusted, but it's gonna be all right. But if anybody needs any tires, come on out, Castleton. Tons of tires. I got them all. I got tons of them. And I'll get back with y'all.
Hours later, her warning came true. At around 8:30 that morning, a bright yellow Camaro sped down Lafayette Road on the north side of Indianapolis. Witnesses heard gunshots. Seconds later, the Camaro lost control and slammed into 3 other vehicles. When first responders arrived, they found Jane gravely injured, shot, and crushed in the wreckage. She was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive. Another driver hit in the crash was left fighting for life. Police later described the attack as a targeted and isolated incident, but they offered few details. No suspects named, no arrests made, and no confirmed motive. What investigators did confirm is this. Hours before her death, Jane had gone live, threatening to expose someone and demanding money. Then she ended up shot. But here's where the story twists. In the hours and days that followed, social media exploded with speculations. Some claimed Jane's live stream told the truth. Others swore she was lying. In fact, many Facebook users publicly argued that the allegations she made, naming a man later identified in online chatter as Jamel Carter, were false. Some speculation suggests that the conflict between Jane Wfield and Jamail Carter was not about the explosive secret she hinted at in her livestream, but rather a tax-related dispute. Yet, when we carefully reviewed local news archives and official police reports, we found no evidence whatsoever to support this. There are no credible documents, no law enforcement confirmations, and no court filings to indicate such a disagreement ever took place. This appears to be either a misunderstanding or a piece of misinformation that spread online without a factual foundation. It is also important to note that police never officially confirmed Jamail Carter's identity in connection with Jane's livestream or her death. No public records directly tie him to the shooting, and no investigative documents have been released that either prove or disprove the statements Jane made. This silence from authorities has only fueled public curiosity and left the community grasping for answers. Other unverified accounts began to circulate, involving a man named Mario, whom Jane had allegedly mentioned in other Facebook Live broadcasts. Jane Wfield was no stranger to conflict. Those who followed her on Facebook Live knew her as someone outspoken, often unafraid to call out men she claimed had wronged her. In past videos, she had addressed disputes and confrontations directly to the camera, sometimes naming people and making explosive allegations. For her supporters, this boldness was part of her identity. But to others, it created tension and enemies. What remains unclear is whether these past conflicts played any role in the events leading to her death, or if her final live stream simply pushed an already volatile situation over the edge. What remains are only social media whispers, uncorroborated and without any concrete support. In addition, more online chatter circulated alleging that Jane's daughter's boyfriend was later killed. However, a thorough review of both local and national news archives uncovered no reports or credible evidence supporting this claim. There are no obituaries, no police press releases, and no journalistic investigations that validate this tragic suggestion. Without corroboration, this too remains an unsubstantiated claim rather than a documented fact. When we strip away the noise, we're left with a chilling reality. Jane Wfield's final hours were consumed by anger, fear, and a haunting sense of foreboding. On that February day, she told the world, "If anything happens to me, they will try to kill me today." Hours later, she was shot and crashed her bright yellow Camaro in what police described as a targeted attack. Her livestream ignited a storm online. It spread across social media like wildfire, sparking debate, outrage, and endless speculation. Yet in the end, it left behind only questions. Did Jane's own words seal her fate? Did she truly know something dangerous? Or was she amplifying a conflict that spiraled out of control? Was her killing a silencing act, or the tragic outcome of choices and confrontations that escalated too far? What we do know is simple, but terrifying. Jane Wfield predicted her own death. Within hours, her prediction came true. And to this very day, her case remains unsolved, with no arrests and no clear resolution. 2 years after Jane Wfield's death in 2020, a man named Jamail Carter Sr. was tragically shot and killed in West Indianapolis on October 6, 2022. While his passing is real and confirmed by multiple sources, there is no evidence linking him to Jane's case. Despite some online speculation, authorities never named him in connection with the live stream or the shooting. His identity and his death appear to be an unfortunate name coincidence, not a development in Jane's unresolved case. Her story is not just another online scandal. It is a cautionary tale. A warning about how fast disputes on social media can leap into the real world, and how unverified allegations can cloud the truth, damage reputations, and leave families without closure. And so, we are left with haunting questions that demand reflection. Should investigators treat Jane's live stream as the very motive for her murder, or dismiss it as a chilling coincidence? How dangerous is it today to expose someone's private life online, especially when words can reach thousands instantly? And in the end, was Jane a victim of others' secrets, or of the firestorm she herself set in motion? And if you found this story as haunting as I did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more gripping true crime stories, and share it with someone who needs to see how quickly online drama can turn deadly. Because in the end, Jane's story isn't just about one woman. It's a warning for us all. That's a wrap on today's case. But the story doesn't stop here. There are countless voices still unheard, stories still in the shadows, and truths still waiting to be uncovered. Here at True Crime Diaries, we're dedicated to digging deep, exposing the facts, honoring the victims, and keeping their memories alive. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.